Hi, my beauties. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe because you're going to love it here. I guarantee you're going to love it here. So, as you can see the setup, we're back in the kitchen. You're back in my kitchen, our kitchen. And what's on the menu today? We are making stuffed salmon. Stuffed salmon. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the ingredients. I don't want this video to be too long. Stuffed salmon is not really a complicated food, so we're gonna get right into it. Okay, so for the stuffed salmon, I will be using shrimp, and I will be using mozzarella. For the side, I will be making some asparagus. And for flavor, for the seasoning, I will be using lemon pepper, black pepper, slap your mama, onion powder, garlic powder, Old Bay seasoning. And then for the stuffing, I will be using the Philadelphia cream cheese. I will also be making a cream sauce, so I will be using some half and half. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see, half and half. And also some spinach. I will also be using lemon and rosemary when I am frying the salmon. Okay, so I added some vinegar in here just to remove the smell. And after a minute, I'm just going to rinse it with some cool water because we do want to remove the smell. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse this out in about a minute, and then I'm going to season the shrimp. Okay, so I rinsed the shrimp. As I stated before, I did add some vinegar in here just to remove the smell. So now I'm going to season up the shrimp. And it's not a lot of shrimp, so I'm not going to put a whole lot of seasoning in here because it's not a lot of shrimp. Okay, so I'm putting about 2 spoons. Well, it's a fork, but you get it. All right, so I added 2. And then I am going to add some black pepper. And again, it's not a lot of shrimp, so I'm not going to put too much seasoning because everything else is going to have seasoning in it. So I'm not going to add too much. Because again, we want our food to have flavor. We don't want it to be salty. So I did put in some slap your mama in here, not too much. Now I'm adding some onion powder. I am adding some garlic powder. And then I am also adding some Old Bay. Yes, it's barely coming out. Okay. All right, so that is all. Because again, we don't have a lot of shrimp, so we don't need to put too much. You know what? I think I want to add a little lemon pepper, just a little sprinkle. So this is a lemon pepper. Okay, so I added some lemon pepper. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and mix this. All right, so I went ahead and I seasoned up the shrimp. So next we are going to tackle the salmon. Okay, and I do have my fresh salmon here. I just have 4 pieces. I'm not making a whole lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean these. I am going to add some vinegar just to take the smell away. Some vinegar, rub it down with some lime and rinse it out. Okay, so now I am going to open this, do a little pocket so we can stuff the salmon. So I'm just doing this before I actually season up the salmon. So we're gonna start here, and we don't want to go too deep because we don't want it to, you know, open up the bottom. So we're gonna start off, and you just want to kind of fill it. You don't want to fill the knife all the way at the bottom. Okay, and as you can see, I went ahead and I did like a little pocket, and I'm just gonna go in a little bit and not too deep. Okay, and hopefully this is a good angle for you to see. So we're not gonna go too deep. Okay, and this is good enough. This is the pocket. We want it to look just like this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and repeat all the other ones again. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and demonstrate another one. So it's best for you to cut the pocket on the thicker side. So this is thin, so we don't want to do it on this side. We want to do it on the thicker side. Okay, so again, you don't want to do it too deep because you don't want it to rip it open from the bottom. So we're gonna start here, and you don't want to start on the flat end. You want to keep it where it's kind of thick. All right, so this right here is flatter. So you want to do it right here in the middle where it's thicker. Okay, so we're going to go down. Not too deep. Okay. So I have opened it. And then now I'm just going to take the tip of the knife and just make a little deeper. Just a little deeper. And we're using a tip of the knife for this. Okay, and this is perfect. All right, so once again, we have a little pocket, not too deep. You don't want it too deep. I can make this one just a little deeper. All right, so it should look just like this. So again, you want to do the pocket on the thicker side as opposed to the thinner side. If you can see, this is much thinner compared to this. And again, this is how the pocket is looking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do all the other ones off camera, and I will be back when it's time to season. Okay, so I went ahead and I did the pocket and all of them, and now we are going to add some oil, and the oil is going to help the season stick on the salmon. Okay, and you already know, I always got to put my épices in here. Okay, and we don't need too much. All right, so next I'm adding some black pepper. And I'm just gonna add all of the season on one side, and I'll just rub everything. I'll just rub the season on all these sides once I'm done adding the seasoning. I don't have to flip it and do all that extra. So we're just gonna add it on one side and then rub it in. Okay, now we're using garlic powder. And I'm also going to be adding some lemon pepper. Okay, next I'm adding some Old Bay. Okay, and I'm also going to be adding some Slap Your Mama. Okay, and that's enough. All right, so now we are going to rub the seasoning all over. All right, so it's time to rub the seasoning. Okay, and I like to also rub it in here. Okay, so I am done, and I added the seasoning all pretty much everywhere, all the corners, the side. So it is looking really good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side, and I'm going to start with the stuffing. All right, so next I'm going to cook down the spinach. All right, and I did not add any type of seasoning in here, only because when I'm doing the cream cheese mix, I will add some seasoning, so I do not need to add any in here just yet, but you'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. Just letting this cook down a little bit more. All right, so I went ahead and I added 2 packs of the cream cheese in here. So I'm not sure if you can tell, I have 2 in here. Okay, and then next I am adding the spinach, and I did drain all of the water from the spinach. And because the spinach is hot, it will help me be able to mix the cream cheese, because the cream cheese, I just took it out the refrigerator, so it's still it's still pretty hard. It's hard to mix, so the heat from the spinach, from the cooked spinach, will help me be able to mix this a little bit better. And then I have, how many cups is this? I have 1 cup of cheese in here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just add my seasoning. So I have black pepper, Slap Your Mama, garlic powder, onion powder, and I am going to add a little Old Bay in here as well. And we are going to mix. Okay, and this is the spinach, cream cheese, and mozzarella mix. And this is how it looks. Okay, so I went ahead and I just mixed everything. And now I'm going to put this to the side. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side when I'm ready to stuff the salmon. All right, so now I'm going to cook the shrimp just for a little bit. Okay, so these are ready. I let them cook on each side for about a minute since they are going to go in the oven, so we don't need to let them bake for too much. Well, we don't need to let them cook for too much longer. Okay, so now it's time to stuff the salmon. And we're gonna stuff it just like this. You want all the corners. Okay, and once I stuff it, I cut the shrimp in half and I just stuff it in there. About 2 pieces. Okay, and that is that. All right, so these are the stuffed salmon and I am getting ready to fry them. Okay, so I'm using my cast iron skillet. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let these fry for about 4 minutes. On one side. Then I'm gonna go ahead and flip it on the other side. And I did add some rosemary in here for flavor. Okay, and I'm also going to add a little butter. Okay, so I went ahead and I flipped 2 of them over. Okay, so they're just about done. So I turned this back up on medium low. And I did let it cook for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. I just flipped it over. So now I'm going to pop these in the oven on 375 for another 5 minutes. All right, so I just popped this out the oven and it is ready. Smells delish. Okay, now I'm making the asparagus. All right, and these will be garlic flavored Parmesan asparagus. Okay, so before I added the asparagus and the garlic, I did add a little oil, not too much. Now I'm adding some butter. And I'm just gonna go ahead and slightly season them. So I use adobo, garlic salt, onion powder, black pepper, and I'm also using some Maggi. And I do like for my asparagus to be more on the crispy side. So I'm not going to let it cook too long. Okay, so I am adding a little cayenne pepper. And I am adding some lemon juice. And then the last thing I will be adding is the Parmesan cheese. And I do have my stove on medium high. Okay, so now I'm going to remove it from the stove and put the lid back on, and it will continue cooking without me having to leave it on the stove. If I leave it on the stove, it's going to get real soggy, and I don't want it to be soggy. I want it to be more kind of like saute. So about 3 minutes and it should be good. No longer than 3 minutes. We just want it to be sauteed. Okay, so this is how it's looking. All right, this is the asparagus, garlic, Parmesan flavor. All right, guys, so I am done, and let me show you this plate. Okay, and we are done. Okay, so let me let you see this masterpiece. Okay, hopefully this is a good angle. All right, so you already know what time it is. It's time to, you already know. It's the taste test, the moment of truth. I know it's gonna taste good, but still, you know, the moment of truth. All right, so let me go ahead and lift this plate up. And I did let my food got cold again because I be busy taking pictures. Okay. Open up. Yum, huh? Tastes good. I know. That sauce? Oh, hold on. Hold on. That sauce. Don't be shy. Here, eat. Okay. That shit's so good. Oh, Taste some asparagus. You hear that crunch? Mm-hmm. Exactly how I like my asparagus. Crunchy. Try to give you a better look. Mm-hmm. Oh, baby, this plate heavy. Okay. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. That tastes so good. Oh, that cream sauce. Mm. What can I say? What can I say? Oh my God. Mmm. 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 Okay, I need a big bag privacy. So I'll be back. Okay guys, so we are once again at the end of the video, and of course everything was delicious. So once again, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you stayed to the very end, and I hope you enjoyed it. But once again, there will be more. Thank you for tuning in. Do not forget. You already know what time it is. Do not forget to what? Okay. Yes, you got it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next one. Thank you so much, guys. I love you, love you, love you, love you. Mwah.